G'day, Jason the Middle-Aged Gear Junkie here with you. Today I've set myself the challenge of sounding like one of my guitar heroes from my teenage years, Tom Morello, and I'm going to do it using just 3 pedals. The amplifier I'm going to be using is my Fender Deluxe Reverb, which is nothing like the amplifier that he uses, the Marshall JCM 800. And I think it was a 50 watt version. Now he uses the drive from his amp, he uses it pretty much the whole time. So I need an amp in a box that's going to get those sorts of sounds. So I've chosen the MIFX Crunch Box. This is an older version, but it still does the job. And this is pretty much going to be on all of the time. For the guitar, I'm using my Cort M600, which I recently had Seymour Duncan's put in. And Tom uses 2 main guitars. He uses his Arm the Homeless guitar, which has humbuckers, and he uses that in standard tuning. And he uses a standard Telecaster for his drop D stuff, and he uses the neck pickup on that a lot. So what I've done is, for the standard tuning stuff, I'm playing with the bridge humbucker here, and I've split this into a neck single coil to do all the drop D stuff. Tom Morello quite famously uses a Crybaby Wah, so I bought a second-hand one off Gumtree. It's a bit beat up, but it'll do the job. Now, interestingly, he puts his wah in the effects loop of his amplifier, and what that means is that the wah comes after his distortion, which is not what most people would do. Most people would put it before. So to simulate that, what I've done is I've put this after the distortion pedal, which is the equivalent of putting this into an effects loop. And he uses it to great rhythmic effect in several songs, which I'll demonstrate. In the early 90s, Tom Morello popularized the Digitecj Whammy. And unfortunately with this particular one, this is a Whammy 4, the rubber feet here have gone really, really hard. And what that means is when I try to go back to my dry signal, I have to put my whole body weight on the heel of that to try and get it back in tune. And I didn't get there sometimes with the examples. So I only played a couple of examples, unfortunately. This one I got secondhand and, buyer beware, I suppose. But you'll get the idea. I'm going to do the Killing in the Name solo, and I'll show you one example after that as well. In the audio slave years, Tom started to use delay a lot more. So if you were to replace the wah with a digital delay, and I'm using just an old Ibanez DL5, which I picked up for only about 35 bucks, I can put this with the Digitecj Whammy and create some really cool spacey effects like the solo from Like a Stone. Tom also uses a slapback delay to do the sound effects at the start of Cochise. So you can play around and have a lot of fun with that as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. That really does help my channel out a lot. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Other than that, my name's Jason. I hope you have a great day.